You guys are in for a treat today. Um, I'm going to show you everything I got equipment wise. Give you a little bit of background on the property here. I own 60 acres, and my family all owns connecting property. So we've got close to 200 acres here altogether that we manage, mostly for hunting, food plots, trails, firewood, stuff like that. So I think that it's important for you guys to be able to see of the things that I work with and operate and things that I wish I had and how the machinery that I have suits me to get here. So thanks for stopping by, and let's take a look at what we got. 2023 Bobcat. It's an E26 model. Fully cabbed, of course. It's got heat, air conditioning, all the good stuff. Had the hydraulic thumb put on it. It is the extended reach. Goes in. I tinted the windows on this because a lot of time we're out in the open sun. So it certainly helps to keep the cab cool and to keep the glare down in there. I've got limo tint, the 5% on the back and sides, and then 20% on the front. It looks really dark from the outside, but when you're inside operating it, it's not bad at all. So there's the cab, standard mini excavator equipment, nothing special in there. So what we have here is a 2023 John Deere 1025R. Just bought that last fall. I upgraded. I had a Kubota BX23. It was like a 2004 model. It was nice, suited my needs, but the biggest thing that I wanted was the quick change bucket to get on it. So I mainly upgraded for that. I got a good deal out of my other, or good price out of my other tractor. And I upgraded this just for a couple $1,000s. I got the forks for it that go on the front. I use those a lot. Come here, Sophie. And then right now I've got just my hitch implement on the back to use. Just hauled the equipment trailer back here in the woods where I store it. But it's got fully functional 3-point hitch with a PTO, and it does great. So back here, I know it doesn't look ideal, but this is where I store all my tractor implements. Put this shed over top of it. It's back in the woods. It's out of the way. It's not an eyesore for the wife at the house. But I've got seeder spreader. That'll hold a few 100 pounds of fertilizer, seed, whatever I need to spread. I've got 4-foot rototiller. Does great. No complaints on that. It's a Tartar. Come here, Soph. Got the 4-foot brush hog. It's got the 2 wheels mounted on the back. That thing is a beast. Does great. Got the York rake or landscape rake. Probably use that out of the most implements besides my hitch that I use. And behind that, I've also got the 4-foot box blade or box scraper. I use that for driveway maintenance, trail maintenance, stuff like that. That thing works really good too. That 1025R pulls it like nothing. Handles all this equipment really well. Then we've got the 2016 Polaris Sportsman 570 quad. This little thing's a beast too. I got a snowplow that I put on it in the wintertime. That's what I plow the snow with mostly. It's also my hunting rig when I got to go get deer out of the woods, and just for cruising the trails. The daughter uses it more than I do. For mowing this, I've got this is probably a 2005 or 2006 Gravely 152Z zero turn. I really love this machine, you guys. So my brother's got a Husqvarna that you get from like the big box tractor stores. You definitely tell the difference in quality. This is way a step above, definitely a commercial grade. My uncle has the Bad Boy, which that's nice. It has suspension, but overall I still prefer this thing. It's got the 23 horse Kawasaki motor in it. Other than change oil and routine maintenance, I really haven't had to do a thing to this. It's been a great machine. I think I've got 450 hours on it now. I bought it used, had about 50 hours on it. Zero complaints. If this thing ever goes, definitely getting another Gravely. And then we got G.I. Jane, the Camo Polaris Ranger. It's a 570. That's a 2023. Just got that recently. Certainly does everything that I need it to and more. So a little history on it. So a little history on the Ranger. So I had in 2018, I bought one of the 1000 XPS. It was a nice machine, a big machine. I really didn't like how much space it took up in the barn, and I didn't like how loud it was in the woods when I used it. So I ended up selling that, and I got an electric golf cart, which was great for checking trail cams, going around the woods quietly, that sort of thing. But when you have trails through the woods, golf carts are bumpy. Even with the suspension, it was crazy bumpy. So we ended up selling the golf cart, and then it was time I wanted another Ranger. The noise was worth it to me, just for the suspension and drivability. Also, the box in the back, I store all my chainsaws and camera gear and everything else that I take out in the woods with me. So then it was time to buy another one. So now the price of a 1000, you're looking at 18 to 20 grand for the plain Jane 1000. North Stars are appealing, but I'm not going to spend $30,000 on a machine that I just drive through the woods in. So then it came down to the 570s. I actually went to buy a 570 full size. When I got to the Polaris dealer, I was a little disappointed. Come to find out, they're not really a full size. The parts and accessories are not interchangeable. They've got their own parts line and accessory line, which the accessories are very limited. It didn't have power steering, and that was going to be about $12,000. So then I started looking at the 570s for the XP model. That's the premium with the camo and all that. And that has the power steering. It's got the upgraded tires and wheels. It's a little bit higher sitting than the standard 570 or the full size 570. So I ended up going with that one. It was about $15,000 out the door, ballpark, plus windshield, roof, and back. Had it done. The only complaint that I have on that machine is it's a little bit loud the way that it winds out the clutching compared to the 1000 on the 570. Seems to be just a little bit louder because it revs higher RPMs when you're just, cruising putting speed through the woods. But it's not bad. Apparently this is better than the 570s in the past. They did adjust the clutching some, and it's better now than what it used to be. But it's still noticeably different when I jump in my family members' 1000s and stuff like that. If I had to do it all over again, I don't know. Is it worth $5,000 to get the extra, horsepower and CCs and a little bit bigger machine? This one will do everything that those do. The top speed's not that much difference. The power for the things that I do, I just don't see the value in upgrading $5,000 to get into a nicer machine. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the equipment tour of everything that I have. I'm not real comfortable showing everything that I have in my barn, but I also realize the value in seeing what other people use on their property to get that done. So that's why I did it for you guys. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.